Welcome to Board Game Empire. Today we're going to be doing a short how to play and playthrough of Oltree.
So Oltree is basically the rally cry of the ranger. We're all playing rangers, and we're basically here to rebuild this the regions and basically kind of protect the inhabitants of each region. In the middle of this game board is the fortress. Here are our players, or our rangers, I guess just to say. They're really cool wooden meeples with the horse and the ranger riding. Here's the fortress. These middle 4 sections, that is the stock room. That's where we collectively put all of our resources in the middle and our treasures. This is a cooperative game, so you're not, the only resource you have individually is your provisions, which is the bread. Other than that, all the resources go in the middle. Any of the rangers can spend them to build towers, buildings. If there's a cost to on the cards that we come across, that's what that's for. It's a collective amount. The outside regions here is what you build your buildings, and there's 13 different ones you can choose from. I'm going to put these here for now. They each have their own ability and benefit. In a 2 to 3 player game, you get to start out with one of the buildings built for free. And we chose the inn. You're able to choose between 4 of them. It's the library, the barracks, the inn, and I can't remember the last one you get to choose from. But we chose the inn because you get this is the pre-built side, but you get a prestige and you get a profession dice for the traveler. I think that's the traveler. Yes. So we automatically get 1 additional dice to roll for our skills or successes, I guess, for that, as long as that building is still there and not damaged. There's 12 more that you can choose from. They each have their own benefits. The cost to build them is right there. This one costs 1 fire. It's the workshop. And when we build that, we would turn it over and we would get 1 additional die for the crafter profession.
Which Quinn is the crafter.
Yes. And then the temple costs 2 furs. See that right there? If you build that, what does that do? We didn't build that one. It shows you right here. It's on the back of the book here. It's a really handy reference. We didn't build the temple last time, so that's a special building. Rangers may re-roll the location die and the adversity die once for each roll. The second result, oh, that's a cool. So I'll get to the adversity die, and that they're talking about these 2 dice right here. I'll explain those in a minute. Yeah, there's 4 special buildings we did not build. The Great Hall, the Garden, and the Dungeon. And you gain a lot more. The Garden, you gain 3 prestige. And the Dungeon, you gain 3 defense. But they are... So the Garden would cost 2 plants. And then the one to gain 3 defense costs 2 of the stone. So you can see they all have different costs. I won't go over all the different buildings, but they all have their own benefits. There's several for each of the professions. So if you know you're kind of short on one profession, you might want to build that one. There's also towers. Is this a tower?
Yeah, it's a tower.
Okay. There's 4 tower locations. And those are necessary to complete your, trying to remember the terminology, the assignment card. The assignment card, Anthony can point to that, is right there. There are different ones you can choose. The assignment card determines which 2 incident decks you will be playing. I think there's 6 of them. There's 6 incident decks, or 5. There's 5 different incident decks. different types. They all have different backs. This side is the rumor, as they call it. The other side is the actual card that you read. Basically, you don't read the card yourself when you're trying to complete or I guess take care of the incident. The person to your right reads it, and there's a success and a failure. They don't read you that. All they do is read you the question. Some of them are a B answer. Some of them you have to roll the profession dice to try to succeed. The only thing they can really tell you is if there's more than one success that you need to complete. One success requires, this is the success icon. You have to roll that. Most of the sides are blank. There's 2 different success chances on each dice. The rest are blank except for this one. And that is called what is that actually called again?
This one, you pretty much...
pay a health, but it counts as one
I
success
can't
if
remember
you
what
pay a
it's
health.
called.
Yep. So you pay a health, and that's...
I don't remember the terminology. But it's basically, you're paying a health. The only time you cannot use this one is if your character, you could see some of them have 4 health, some have 5. Your health starts at the very top of your player card. I'll show you that, and then I'll go back to the towers. The components are amazing in this game. So you start up on the top with your health. As you lose health, you would just move it down. When it gets down in the red, which is 0, you cannot use that ability on the dice.
There's also a fatigue.
And the fatigue, yes. So you can't use your player board ability. Each of them has the fatigue in a different location. Mine is as soon as I lose 1 health, I can't use my ability. My ability is I get to re-roll any one of the profession dice when I'm trying to get the success.
Mine is when I lose 3 health, and what my character does is when Lars performs a rest action, he gains an additional heart and the bread. It basically means normally when you rest, you get 1 heart and 1 bread, but he gains an additional heart and the provision, which is the bread.
Yeah, and mine is pretty much, I just get a resource as long as I'm in a region.
Any resource, right? So that's very helpful as well. So these 3 characters, I'm Selena, Quentin's Lars, and
Jasper.
And Anthony's Gasper. We won our first game. So they seem to work very well together to achieve the different parts that we need to complete this game. We are not big on cooperative games, but we love this game.
Yeah,
this is a really fun game. It's more about the experience. Like some of them, it seems like they make them too hard for you to win. So it's it's fun, but it's almost like you feel so defeated about halfway through, and it's like from that point on, you realize there's no way you're going to win. So it's kind of loses its fun. Whereas this one, there's that element of surprise because you're always pulling a new Chronicle card, which is the storyline that kind of drives the game forward. At the same time, you're trying to complete your assignments, which help you in the Chronicle. You've got incidents and problems coming up, so there's always little things that are throwing a wrench in it, but they're not so difficult that you can't complete them. It's more of about the adventure than trying to make it impossible. And the components, like I said, are amazing. We really enjoyed this game. And then there's several different... We're playing the beginning Chronicle. It's called Open Doors. And you could see they put a lot of effort into this artwork. So
it's like a book.
Yeah, it looks like a book. There's the back, there's the cover, and then you have the chapters. And on the back of the chapters are the actual Chronicle. So you just turn them page by page, and I'll show you how that happens in a minute. But there's 5 or 6 different Chronicles to choose from. I think each might be progressively harder. There's a dragon, and they have a dragon standee that goes along with that. So that'll be fun to play those. We're just playing this one again because this is basically the beginner game version called Open Doors. And the way to make that one different, there's 3 different levels. There's easy, moderate, and hard. We're playing moderate, and we won with the moderate. And so we could have played hard next, but we decided to go ahead and stick with the moderate since that's what they suggest. And that way too, it won't spoil it for you when you move on. And it could always, even if you wanted to stick with open doors, could always be different. You just pick a different assignment card, and that would make it your goals different. And of course, you're always shuffling these, so different problems and events are going to come out, and then each assignment has different decks of incident cards that it works with. So definitely a lot of replayability. But I'll go back to what I was talking about. So you have the towers that you can build. The smaller ones, they cost 1 plant. So you would turn it over, they go in the corner onto the built side, and what happens there, because our goals on our assignment is, can you show them that? There's 3 different goals that you're trying to achieve. When you achieve those, it helps you tremendously to complete the Chronicle. We only completed 1, but it helped us a lot, because each of these basically count towards a success in the end of the game. So this first one, you want to secure 2 of the regions. And what that means is, I'm going to take these off. So say we have this tower here. When you've dealt with the last incident card, after you have a tower there, you could place a shield. No more incident cards will go here. So that would be 1 is protected. So right here, the second one here is you need to have 1 region shielded and 5 prestige. That's the one we completed. So your prestige tracker's here. We started out at 4 because we had the inn built. That gained us a prestige. The first goal is to have 2 regions shielded, and these have to be separate. So you can't use the 2 that you have shielded here be the same as the 1 that it's calling for here. So there's a total of 4 regions that you have to have shielded to complete all 3. So to have 2 of them shielded, we would have to resolve the incident here and here, and this tower is basically protecting both of these regions. You can see they're adjacent to each other. And then if you put another tower here, there's the larger towers too. They cost a fire and a stone to build, but you do gain a defense when you build that one. So those are really good. And then that one covers these 2 regions. This one covers these 2 regions, and this one covers these 2 regions. So to complete these goals, you would at least need to have 2 towers built and have all 4 of the regions shielded. And that last one is you have to spend 2 treasures? 2 treasures. So you're going to be gaining treasure. And they would go in the stockpile here. So you would have to spend 2 treasures. And what these symbols mean, you could see there's a plus and there's an arrow. Arrow means you're spending that resource. Plus means you're gaining it. And a minus means you're losing it. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Let me put these cards back. There's also, on the shields, let's see. So the shields are 2-sided. There's the green side, which is the actual shield, the red side, which means perilous. What that means is we're going to be moving this adversity die. We're going to be rolling this and moving the adversity token on this tracker. And that's what keeps the game moving along. When you land on this one, this is the incident cards. You would roll, so it's region 3. So you would place this card face down on region 3. So it would go on top of this pile. If there's more than 3 incident cards on a region, so if there's 4, you can't have more than 4. When you get to 4, you would place this perilous token on top of that stack. That means danger, it's perilous. Nothing happens right then, but as you keep rolling, we're going to be rolling this dice at the beginning of each of our turns. once it rolls back over to the incident card, if that is still on there, we lose a prestige, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we lose a prestige point until we deal with that incident. So you're going to want to deal with that as quickly as you can, so it won't still be on that stack of cards by the time you get back around there. And you can see you shuffled the 2 decks together that you're playing with, so it's just random how they come out. And I'll explain these really quick. So this is the Chronicle. When you land on that, you always have to stop there. It doesn't matter if you roll more than the amount to pass that. And you can't, there is a circle, which means you stay in the same location on the adversity die. That's the only location you cannot stay. If you happen to roll the circle when you're on the Chronicle, you just move 1 more on that tracker.
Yeah, the Chronicle pretty much acts as the timer for the length of the game.
So it's moving the story along. You're going to be reading it and doing what it says. So each time you land on the Chronicle, you turn the page. Like I said, when you get to the incident card, you roll these 2 dice, put the card wherever number it lands on. This is the problem cards, same thing. You roll the dice to see which region it goes to. And the way the problems work, they're obviously issues you can try to succeed to get rid of. But where they affect you, these spaces here, as you can see, are resources that you can gain or benefits. This one you can gain a defense. This one you gain a plant resource. And you can see these components are so nice. They're all wooden and painted. This one you gain a fire. And again, you use these resources to build things. This one you can trade 1 for 1, so the trader, any resource for another resource. This one you gain a stone. This one you gain a prestige. Here you can gain 2 health. This one you gain a fur. But the problem is with the problem cards, say I rolled a 3. So the problem card would go in region 3. We can no longer collect the plant there. So if that's something we really need.
Well, that's why my character is extremely beneficial.
Yes.
Because I could gain any resource.
Right. So that's
an action.
So we never dealt with the problems because we had his character. But if you didn't have that character, you would need to resolve these problems because they don't pile onto each other. There's only 1 problem per region, and they don't prevent you from doing anything else. They just prevent you from the benefit or gaining that resource until you get rid of that card. The incidents are the ones that you can't let them pile up, and you need to get rid of them to be able to shield the region, which is the whole point of the game. You're trying to protect the inhabitants from the incidents and the problems. You get 2 actions on your turn, and they cannot be the same 2 actions. So the actions are, I wrote them down because there's quite a few of them that you can do. You can move, and what movement means, we start out in the fortress. When you're in the fortress, you can move to any of the regions. So, and that's your move. So you could go to any of them. If you're on, say I'm on region 2, you can only move either to the fortress is adjacent to all of them, or an adjacent region. So region 3 and 1 is adjacent to 2. If I was on region 4, I can go to region 5 or 3. So you get the point there. It has to be an adjacent region. You can rest. When you rest, you gain a provision and 1 health. So that's a really good benefit. And Quentin's, his character, when he rests, he gains an additional 1 of each, which is very beneficial. You can call on the community. That's when you collect the resource or the benefit in a region that you're already in, or that you just moved to, but that is one of your actions. So you could move there and then take an action, which is call on community, deal with an incident, or deal with a problem if there's a problem card there. So your movement is 1 action. If you're already in the region, then you could do 2 actions. You could do call in community and an incident. But you just need to remember you can't move and then do 2 more actions. That is your action, the moving. Then there's, of course, there's the problem card. That's going to be an action. The incident card. You can build a tower or a building if you're in the fortress. You can build one of those. You can repair. If you're in the fortress, you have to be in there to repair your building or tower. If they get damaged, you put a damage token on there. If it's damaged again, it then turns over to the side where you have to rebuild it. And it actually goes off. And so you have to just rebuild the whole thing. So it just goes off the board entirely. You can do your ranger specific action. Mine doesn't have an action. Mine's more of a passive ability, but Anthony's action is he can collect any resource when he's in any region. So he does have a ranger specific action. Or you can do the temporary action. The Chronicles, later on in them, they have temporary actions, and it'll say temporary action on it, that you can perform until the next Chronicle page covers it. So it's very temporary. So as soon as you roll back over to this next Chronicle, that temporary action is done. I need to go over the event cards too. I didn't cover that. And then I didn't talk about the event cards. When you land on the event card, basically all you do is you just draw the next event, read it, and resolve it fairly easy on that. So this always starts on the Chronicle.
With the event cards, once a new one comes up, the old event just pretty much expires.
Oh yeah, because a lot of them last. It has a lasting effect until the next event comes up. So same with the Chronicles. Once there's a new card that covers it, the other condition is gone. And the way the game ends is when either your prestige or your defense get to 0, you've immediately lost. Or when you get to the last Chronicle page, you either succeed or fail. And there's a defeat and a victory card that you read. I think I've covered the basics.
Yep.
And of course, we'll be showing you how to play as we play.
It seems like the event cards were only bad ones.
Yeah, the events aren't that. They're kind of put a wrench in the system big time. And there's 5 of these profession die. So I think we got up to where we could roll 4.
Yeah.
Based on
you were able to.
Yeah, I was able to, based on the buildings that we built. So who's going first?
That's me.
Okay. So you always roll the adversity die. So he rolled a 1. So we pull out 1 incident card, and it goes to region 1. So a perilous token goes on it right away because there's 4 cards. In that stack, no more cards can go on that stack. So if we did it again, rolled a 1, unless we would also lose a prestige if we get there and we haven't dealt with that yet. So now Quentin can take his 2 actions.
Shouldn't I go for perilous?
Yeah.
So he moved. That's 1 action.
Okay. That would be mine.
Okay, a group of pixie approaches you. They are unhappy because the human blamed them for things done by the goblins. You escort them to the fortress for an official audience. Immediate action. You must go to the fortress. Oh, you need to go to the fortress. Okay?
Actually helps me.
You have to roll. You have to succeed or fail.
How many dice do I roll? Actually, I roll 2.
No, you don't. You only roll 1 because it's for the scholar. And you're the crafter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you failed.
Alright.
So he could spend, I forgot, the provisions can be used to re-roll all the dice if you want. He could spend a health right now, or did he roll that? Did he roll the one where he can do that? No, he did not. So he could actually, if he wanted to spend his provision, he could to re-roll that die.
Okay, so we fail.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you fell, You realize after the fact that the pixies use the audience as a cover to help themselves to the fortress reserve. So we lose 1 resource.
You don't have any.
And 1 defense.
Oh no! You lose the defense.
Okay? Your turn, Amanda.
I was making sure I was saying
Wait,
it
that
right.
was one
Yeah.
action.
Oh, okay.
No, you moved.
Oh yeah,
And
You
you
must
did
go,
the
yeah, immediate action. You must go to, yeah, it forces
Well,
you.
his movement was the action,
Yeah.
and then he did a card.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
2, 1. So it's. You have to roll this to see where it goes.
got a problem.
So 6.
It goes to region 6. These go face up, and this one says, arms training. The villagers are being harassed by marauding monsters. The rangers must help them form a militia. And that one requires a soldier profession. You can roll at least. Everyone always has 1 dice at least for their profession, and then the fortress gives you a die. So on this one, if you're not the soldier, you only have 1 die. If you're the soldier, which is Anthony, he has the die from the fortress and the die from his profession, and it requires 2 successes. So you just put it here. And then if he only rolls 1 success, we would put a white cube on it, these little white cubes. And then that remains there until the next ranger comes by and tries to succeed and get the second success. So that, again, can be a group effort that carries over. Okay, so now I'm going to take my turn.
I would go here, so we can already build a tower.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what we wanted to build. Do we want to build a tower or do we want to build a building?
Actually, should build a building. Which one gives us more dice?
Building.
Well, the plant gives me an extra dice for my profession. The fire gives a profession for the craftsman. Are you the craftsman?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the soldier? And then the stone would be the barracks where we get an extra dice for it.
I'll do the
Soldier.
one. What do you do it for?
I don't pick them.
Well, I guess I'll pick mine. So I'm going to go to...
Well, isn't that special?
Well, you didn't pick one. So I gained a plant. I moved, and I called on the community. So we put that plant there.
That's my character.
I'm purple.
She's purple.
Oh, yeah.
And I gained 2 actions.
Hopefully I have better dice rolling like this game.
You do it standing up. If you happen to lose an action, there are cards that make you lose an action. You turn it over on its side, and then on your next available action, your action is putting it back up on its legs. That is one of your actions. So it takes, basically, makes up for losing the action, if that makes sense. So now it's Anthony's go. He rolls.
You did. Two. Oh, yeah, you grab. Okay. 1.
So
and 8.
1, and so we're on the
Oh,
event.
we're in the action event.
So you don't roll the other dice for the event.
Yeah. Flooded. The rising waters of the river have spilled over its banks, and the flood waters are pouring into the country yard of the fortress. A building is damaged. Place a damage token on it to identify it.
Uh-oh. So our inn is already damaged.
Wow, we're
So we need to spend a fur and a plant to undamage it, and we lose that prestige that we gained from the inn until we repair it.
yeah.
And you start out at 3 on each of the trackers.
Starting to realize how lucky we were at the first game.
Yeah, we got really lucky. Okay, so now you get to take your 2 actions.
Okay, so we need a fur to fix that.
We can gain a resource.
Yeah, I'm gonna gain a fur.
You have to be in a region.
Oh, yeah. Let me get 2.
So he's going to 1, and his second action is gaining the fur. So now Quentin, he needs to roll the adversity dice, but he's in the fortress, so he could repair that building if he wanted to.
Oh, Chronicle.
Okay,
Yeah, we have to
we have
stop
to do
there
the
and-
chronicle. So we turn the first page, which is the cover. Okay, short chronicle. At the gates, you set up camp within the crumbling walls of a once dazzling fortress. The observatory, a massive building, has somehow withstood the ravages of time and still contains several shelves of astronomical treatises, as well as a number of esoteric works. Place the observatory building tile on the game board, built side up for free.
Okay, good. That's
So that gives me it gives us 1 prestige, and it gives me an extra profession dice, and them a profession dice now for the scholar. So we put this built side up. It doesn't matter where they go on here. There's no bonus points for placement. So that gained us that building for free. And now I take my actions. So I'm going to deal with... Wait, no, I'm here. I'm going to deal with this incident.
I thought that you would rebuild the inn.
You're in there already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the river is more troubled that... Okay. See, the river is more troubled than usual, and crossing is very dangerous. A druid informs you that the raging waters is caused by a capricious water element. With your help and why am I can't? All right, he thinks he can pacify it. Okay, so you have to roll.
I don't know what happened there.
What am I doing?
You have to roll success or fail.
Which profession?
Scholar.
Okay, so I get 1 from the fortress.
Yeah.
So I am the scholar, so I get 1 dice for being the scholar, 1 dice from the observatory, and 1 from the fortress.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Let me see.
I got 3 successes.
The river is more trouble than usual, and crossing it is very dangerous. A druid informs you that the raging waters are caused by a capricious water elemental. With your help and a ritual, he thinks he can pacify it. Why were you having such a hard time?
I don't know.
I don't know why. I've never been able to say
Look at that.
ritual.
I rolled 3 successes.
What?
Our last game, I could not roll a success to save my life.
Okay, so success. Because you're a scholar, because there's success for either a scholar or soldier, you're a scholar, the ritual is successful, the druid thanks you, and goes on his way after giving you some plant. So you get 1 plant.
Okay, so we gained a resource. And you discard those after you success or fail, doesn't matter, they're discarded.
Okay, so my
turn.
Wait, I have another action.
Oh.
I only took 1 action. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do the same action twice, so I can't do an incident card. Do we need another plant? Actually, there are quite a few plants needed, aren't there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to call on the community and gain 1 more plant.
Okay.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright. You can build things with those plants.
1, 7.
So that incident card goes on region 7.
Go perilous.
Is there 4 there? Probably.
Yep.
So we put a perilous token on top.
You should go there. Oh yeah, you're right there.
He's not adjacent.
Yeah, my best option is to go here and fix the...
Oh yeah, then Quentin can go there and deal with that. Because you wouldn't be able to get there. So to fix it, we need a plant and a fir.
You definitely have enough of those.
So we remove the damage token.
There you go.
And we gain our prestige back.
Awesome.
So we're now up to 5 prestige. I didn't talk about what happens when you get up to 8 prestige.
You can gain a treasure.
Yeah, if you can basically, instead of going up to 9, you can choose to gain a treasure when you gain another prestige. On the defense, when you go above 8, you can choose to remove one of the incident cards and stay at 8. So was that was your 2 actions, right? So now Quentin's turn to roll the adversity die.
Stay.
Oh, he stays. So roll the other dice to see where the card goes.
4.
4.
Yeah, this is a totally different game
So it goes here.
than the first one.
Perilous.
And there's 3. So yes. We have 2 perilous.
I don't know if we're going to win this one.
Sure we will. Okay, so which one are you going to take care of? So that's your first move. There's your action. Okay, so let me read it to you. Twirling will-o'-the-wisp. The tiny creature flickers around your head in a very specific dance as if it wanted to communicate or to bewitch you. This is a scholar profession, so you get 1 for this observatory, so you get 2 dice. Okay, you either succeed or fail. You need 1 success.
Ooh, he did it.
Cool. The will-o'-the-wisp leads you to this. The reason we are having a hard time reading a little bit, the font on these are a little hard to read. They're kind of small.
Yeah, unusual.
And so it's a little difficult on your eyes. The will-o'-the-wisp leads you to a telluric energy spring. You take a restorative break in a peaceful area, get all of your health back.
Really? I already had full health.
Okay, so that was Quinn's 2 actions. So we move up 1, and this goes on region 5. And that's a roughed up. The villagers are being terrorized by a belligerent giant who's taken up residence near their village. And that's a soldier profession.
I don't know if we're going to win this one.
Okay, so I am here. Anthony's going to have to take care of this one because he can get there in 1 action.
Yep, he's good. Yeah.
Guess I'll do another incident here.
Okay. You discover the skeleton of a large... what's that? How would you say that?
Wyvern.
Wyvern. A few paces from the nest, the creature of spirits haunts the area and terrorizes travelers. Okay, so you're a scholar, so you get to roll.
1 success.
Yep.
Is it a scholar?
Soldier or scholar.
So I get 3 dice. Ooh, I did not.
Where
But
do you
I can spend a health. This is the one where you can trade a health to. So I'm going to do that, and so I automatically succeed.
Right. You sense the spirit's gratitude just before it leaves the land of the living. That's it.
That's it.
You did nothing.
What? Okay. Then my second action, I'm going to rest because actually I could have used my I could have re-rolled one of those dice, but that's okay. That was a for sure success. I'm going to rest, gain a provision, and health. You can only have a total of 3 provisions.
Yep.
That's one thing with some of these cards. You help the person, but they don't help you in any way. You just pretty much help them.
And you can't die in this game, by the way. You go to 0 health, but you don't die. You just get to where you can't use that one.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're on the next chronicle.
Oh, wait. Hopefully it'll help us. Oh.
A mysterious portal. A few days after you settle in, a guard awakens you in the middle of the night. In the middle of the courtyard, a mysterious portal glows with a pulsing intensity. A curious volunteer jumped through the portal and has emerged a few minutes later with a wide grin and his arm loaded with riches. Place the portal tile on an empty construction space in the fortress.
Stay in here.
Some of your daring elements go through the portal and come back loaded with food. So we get 3 resources of choice. So we definitely want towers.
So we want a fire and that thing.
Yeah, so we're going to get a fire and a stone. And we have 2 plants for the other towers. So then we need to figure out maybe for our buildings.
We need to get one that makes us roll more dice.
So we want soldier, or do we want... Soldier seems to be the most popular.
Yeah. Let's do
So we'll
soldier.
get another stone. Does that sound right?
I'm over here.
Okay, so Anthony's action is a move.
Actually, we lost the prestige because it went to the next
No, that's if it gets to here.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay, so we took care of the perilous.
who's going to read it?
You want to read it?
Well, the little group of performers gives us a positive and lively energy. They are surrounded by a crowd of onlookers who applaud warmly. You take a break to enjoy some of their tricks. So it's for the
Traveler.
traveler.
Okay.
And you need to either just succeed or fail.
Succeed or fail.
And there's one traveler dice.
Oh, so I get
You
2.
get 2 dice.
Mom, succeed.
No.
So you can spend a provision to re-roll them. And you can spend a health to succeed.
I spent the health.
Okay, so success. You catch one of the group's children rummaging through your saddlebags. You shoo him away nicely. Nothing happens.
We're getting a lot of nothing.
Yeah, a lot of nothing for helping these.
So that was Anthony's turn. Now Quentin's
Commoners.
turn.
All right. So hopefully, yeah.
1, and it goes to 4, so it's back to that. Oh, it's this region.
Oh, you can't use it upside
It's
down.
face down, remember?
Yeah.
So there's 4 on there.
Oh, you put it on top, right?
Okay. What is your action? Your 2 actions.
I'm gonna go
You're
here.
not going to deal with that?
You're right on there.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one.
Okay.
You build.
Okay, so shadow in the sky. With a loud rustle of wings, a chimera lands in front of you, making the surrounding trees sway to and fro. The creature is obviously injured and sends an angry look in your direction. So this is an either or. So, do you want to help the creature or wisely continue on your way?
I'll help it.
Okay, so it's a scholar profession. So you get 2 dice, 1 for the building and 1 for yours. And you need 2 successes.
Ooh. Got 1.
You got 1. So you can roll that. You can use your provision to re-roll that 1 if you want.
Oh, he does have a provision.
Or you can just not do it at all. It's up to you.
If you fail, you... might harm you or might cost us provisions or resources. It's your choice.
Okay, I'll fail.
Yeah, there's no problem in failing.
Ah,
Oh.
So 2 successes. If you would have succeeded, we would have gained a prestige and a defense. But otherwise, with a low growl, the chimera clearly lets you know that you are no help.
I thought it would hurt him because it's a chimera.
So you have 1 more. You can do call on the community to gain a defense if you want. Or you can move somewhere. Okay?
Need to build stuff.
Okay, so I need to roll the adversity die. 1. Where's that other guy?
Right there.
So 7. Okay.
And this one, the blacksmith tends to hit the bottle a little too hard and picks on anyone weaker than her. She's going to need a talking to. So mean drunk.
Okay, so I'm already here. So I'm going to clear this last incident, and what will happen when Quentin builds this tower, if there's no incident that appears there by then, we will be able to shield this one, and we will have one of our goals completed.
Yep.
Because we're at 5 prestige, we'll have that middle one completed. Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't read it. I didn't read it, but you can pick another one if you want, but I didn't read it.
I thought this is the one we already read.
It was on here. We haven't already read it.
Read it. I think it is.
No, it's not. Okay, so yours is a couple of wyverns have settled in a ravine. They prey on neighboring flocks to feed their offspring. So it's a choice. You can either try to chase them away or you encourage them to move.
What's the profession?
You try to chase.
You can't.
No, is
Oh,
it a success or is it a choice?
A choice.
Oh, I don't have to succeed?
Yeah, you do have to succeed.
What's their profession?
You encourage them to move.
No, what's the symbol? The symbol for the profession. There's always a symbol.
Traveler,
There's two.
scholars,
There's two.
crafter,
What
or
are they?
soldier.
Soldiers and scholar.
Okay, so I get 3 dice. I'm going to try it. I did it.
Ooh.
So you encourage them to move. So you talk to the beast and suggest that they move closer to a fortress where there's plenty of innocent. Nothing.
Let me look at that card.
You get nothing.
Oh, I was seeing though, yours would be. Yeah, I would have lost a health if I hadn't have done it though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that was my. Wait, no, I still have another move.
You should go in there so we can build.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Alright, so my turn. I'm going to spin these.
It's Daddy's turn.
Oh, yeah.
I need the 2 dice.
Okay.
An event.
Oh, no.
Mudslides. Major mudslides are reported. The convoys are mired in the mud. Venturing out on horseback is dangerous for the steeds. Rangers with 2 hearts or less at the start of their turn may not move.
Oh, so that doesn't
We're all
affect
at
us.
full health, so that's a good event to come out.
He's not full health. He's not too.
Okay, so I am going to move here, and then I'm going to build. I'm going to build a fort.
If you build this tower,
Yeah,
we
the
can
tower.
protect it.
I gotta build the big tower.
Yeah,
Okay, so we gain a defense,
I already put the defense up.
Awesome.
and we get to shield this region, so that is protected.
I got
No
that
more
one.
incidents can appear.
Okay.
We could still get problems, but no incidents.
Someone.
Oh yeah, show them what we. So we put a success
Awesome.
token
Awesome. We got that one.
on
Awesome.
our. What's the word for it? Assignment card. I can't-
Yep. Assignment.
Okay,
Is that called a success token?
so whose turn? Oh, Quinn.
Did you do both your actions?
Yeah, I was here.
Oh,
I
also
moved
you
here.
can gain a
Okay.
resource.
No, he wasn't in a region. That's an
Oh,
action.
yeah. Okay.
Plus, I'm fatigued.
That's an action.
Here's the next one.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And the next chronicle, Little Pranksters. Just as the garrison gets used to the portal's magical presence, the alarm sounds in the middle of the night. A band of tiny imps appear and cause trouble. Place 3 imp tokens on 3 empty construction spaces. You cannot build on the space as long as the imp is there. The imps sow confusion with the fortress, so we lose. Ooh, we're down to 2 defense. We need to get some more defense. Wealth continues to flow in from the other side, so you get 2 resources of choice. And a temporary action while we still have this card showing is you can capture an imp.
We should get a fire and an ore. Or actually, a fire and another of those leaves.
So we need to capture the imps while we're in there.
Yep.
You just try to, for each success, you remove 1 imp.
Okay.
So that's a temporary action. It could be one of your actions.
Okay, so it's my turn. I'm going to try to do
Oh, you
it.
need to. Did you roll? That was your roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to try to defeat the imp.
Mm-hmm.
It's a craftsman, so you get 2.
Wait.
2.
I get 2. So hopefully I get 2 successes.
2
You
fails.
spend your provision to re-roll them.
Let's save it.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Why? You can rest and get it easily.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Remember, those mess with you later in the game.
You got 1.
So we get rid of 1 imp.
And I'm going to rest, so I get 2 provision.
No, that was your second action. You did it twice.
No, that was 1
Oh,
action.
yeah, he did. Yes, I forgot.
2 provision and 2 health.
I'm only at max.
Okay. So we stay. We have to move. We can't stay. I rolled a 2.
Yep.
So it goes
Oh, right here.
Does that
That's
have
4.
4 or 3?
4.
All right.
So if I'm going to deal with an imp,
Come on, hopefully.
I only have 1 dice though to do it.
Come on. If you
You have
succeed.
2 provisions.
True.
Succeed.
I could spend a health,
Yeah, dude.
so I'll do that. I know that these really mess with you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I can't do that action again. And I think I'm going to build.
You should build a 4th thing.
Wouldn't another building help us though? We need the craftsman.
Yeah, but our defense is so super low.
Yeah, we need. Let's
Oh.
build 4. Let's build 4.
Okay, one that has a defense.
Yeah.
Oh, this builds a defense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we raise the defense?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we
were
went down.
already low, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it here.
Which one?
Here.
Which one do we have the least?
Here.
Oh yeah, do it there.
Actually, 3 here.
Is there any that have less?
No.
So it
I'll just
doesn't
put
matter.
Here.
Here?
Doesn't matter. And we go up 1 defense.
So we're back up to 3 defense.
Yep. Back up the 3, which is good.
Okay.
And also you can pay 1 leaf to get the easier ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that was my 2 actions.
Okay.
Need dice.
Someone needs to deal with. Oh, did we have a?
What?
Did that just go on? That just went on,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so we still have a whole nother turn.
It doesn't even matter. We shouldn't
We
get,
would lose a prestige if it was
Yeah.
if it came around again.
it won't because that's the final one.
That's not the final one.
No.
Oh.
So 2. Okay, this one is teacher requested. The fortress must provide a teacher to ensure that the children receive an education. So we won't be able to obtain the fire one. Okay, so
You can build a building.
yeah, I'm gonna build a
The one with the craftsman
soldier.
soldier.
We already have one for the soldier.
No, that's a traveler. That's not a
Oh,
soldier.
okay. Let's see.
Actually,
So we don't have the resource. All we have is plants. You can build this. It builds us 3.
We can also build
Prestige.
a tower. Tower.
Or this one, which does my scholar, or a tower.
I'm gonna do a tower.
yeah, I'll just do a tower.
And you still have 1 more action.
Can you
Alright.
build another
Or
tower?
are you gonna deal with the imp?
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
So you get 1.
Succeed.
I'll do it here.
Please succeed.
Nope.
Oh.
You don't have a provision.
Nope.
Ah.
At least there's only 1. We had 3 of them left at the end of the chronicle
Okay,
before.
Yep.
Roll the adversity die.
I'm gonna do it for that.
I have to roll first. Okay. 1. Oh,
Event.
No.
Read it.
Rats have invaded the fortress. The rodents are attacking the reserves. Discard 1 fur. If this cannot be done, lose 1 prestige.
Ooh, we don't have a fur. We're down to 4 prestige. Okay, so take your 2 actions.
I'm gonna attack
So
that.
technically, we
Okay,
don't,
so your 1
don't
is your
have this.
moving.
I even have to smart move.
Mm-hmm.
we don't have this. You realize that because it's supposed to be 5 prestige.
Oh, you're supposed to be it.
Yeah, we
Okay.
just lost our success token on our.
Hypnotized by the dancing light that flickers
Ooh.
in the twilight, you advance softly through the surrounding darkness. So you have to roll. And you get 2 because it's for a traveler. We have that. Oh, you failed.
Are you using a provision or no?
Yeah.
Okay, you can re-roll both of them.
Yes.
Okay, good. I was hoping I didn't. You avoid the dangerous hiding in the darkness and discover a well-stocked cache. The will-o-wisp swirls around your head one last time and disappear. So we get a little foxtail and
Ooh,
Ooh.
and a
Nice.
plant.
Oh, nice. You got more.
Okay.
That would have been helpful to gain a prestige.
Yeah. Okay, so 1. So we're at the chronicle.
okay. The alarm sounds again. This time, fearsome demon servants have come through the portal. After wounding a handful of guards, or wounding a hand. What are you doing?
Putting it on there.
Oh, I forgot that there was a token for it. After wounding a handful of guards, they settle near the fortress and appear to be waiting. Place 2 servant tokens.
We only place 1 because it goes to your empty tower spaces.
Yep.
On 2 empty tower spaces. If there are not enough empty spaces, do not place the servants. You can build a tower on a space as long as a servant is there.
You cannot build.
Yeah. On the other side of the portal, the vines of resources are starting to dry up. Temporary action at the fortress, as long as at least 1 servant is on the board by a servant. Okay. So we can fight it, but you need 2 success to remove 1 servant from the game.
So we can no longer fight this imp. That temporary action's gone. But we can try to get rid of this guard. And I will tell you it's kind of a spoiler, but if those are still left near the end of the chronicle, you have to, they make you have to succeed more. That's why we knew to get rid of those. So in this game, you definitely want to try to get rid of things that come in your way and use the temporary actions, if you can, to try to get rid of them. Okay, so whose turn is that?
Yours.
Okay. So I'm going to try, so that's a soldier action.
Yeah.
So there's no way I can do it. You have to have 2 successes. Well, I guess, is that one that we can place the white cube on, I guess?
I don't think so. These are the only ones that you can put a cube.
Okay. Because everything else you can, but...
I don't know. I don't know.
It doesn't say in the book, but everything else you can do that.
I think you could.
Well, I guess I won't do that.
I'll attack it next turn.
I'm going to build, then, the soldier. Oh, we don't have the resource.
What do we need?
Either fire and fur or the ore.
Alright.
Oh, I'm going to build this so we get 3 prestige. So we succeed on that one again.
Oh, good. That's really helpful. Boom! Yes!
So I
the
built the
gardens.
gardens. So now we have
Awesome.
our success token back. That will help us.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
In my last action,
You can build something.
I can only do 1 build action.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to move, but I need to figure out where I want to move to. So we have a fur. So I'm going to go. We need the fire.
The fire's been covered up, I believe.
Yeah, right there.
Or
What's
should I go here to try to get defense?
I'll get defense.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
get defense.
so I'm going to go here, and the next turn I can deal with that.
Okay,
Yep.
My turn. I need the dice.
Plus, we need to start whittling down more defense or more
1
incidents if
and
we
7. You don't look at
You don't look at it.
I wasn't looking at the top.
Is that one at 4?
Yep.
Okay. But it's the last round of the game.
I don't think it is.
No. Still 3
Okay.
or 2 left.
Okay.
So,
My turn. I'm going to attack this thing.
okay.
Alright.
How many dice do you get? 2?
Yep.
Ooh, you have to roll 2 successes out of 2 dice?
Yeah, it's not worth it. I think that's a wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be better to get our successes, because that would basically offset. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we're all
So if
set.
we get another, well, we'd have to either. We don't have any treasures. We'd have to shield 2 more of these.
I'm gonna use an action to get an ore.
Oh, good.
Well, you have to move somewhere.
Oh yeah. I have to
That's
go.
2 actions.
Yeah.
All right. Got
So I have to be in a region.
Okay, so it's your go, little guy.
Okay. Look, that'd be awesome if we stayed. 5. There's 5.
Oh, there's already one on
There's
there.
already one on there.
Alright, so that's good. Okay, so we'll go here. I'm gonna build something. What are we trying to build again?
The soldier.
The soldier one piece. We don't have. We have the everything.
Oh, wait.
This one.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So that's your turn.
We don't have the craftsman.
Your turn, Amanda.
Okay. Excuse me, little guy.
Ooh,
2
2.
for
Oh,
the
wow.
chronicle.
Alright.
You want to read this time?
It's probably good we passed the
Hey,
event
read it.
though, huh? Okay, so a major problem. The portal is now behaving erratically and ominously. It expands, distorts, and crackles with toxic flashes. A work on demonology found in the observatory points you toward the only plausible explanation. A major demon is trying to cross over into your world. Confine the demon to its home dimension. This is a temporary action. You have to be in the fortress. Number of successes. Oh, this is the last, isn't
Yeah.
it? The number of successes required is 4 plus the number of servants and imps. So we have 1 imp, 1 servant. So we have to do 6 successes. Each goal you've completed grants 1 additional success to each attempt. So we have 1 goal. So each attempt, we get an automatic free success. That's why you want to complete these achievements or assignments. I keep calling them something different every time. So we get 1 automatic success every time we attempt it. As soon as a ranger passes a test, it's a victory. We turn the page. Or if the marker makes it back to the chronicle space before ranger has confined the demon, we have to read the defeat. So this is the last. We each get basically 1 more round, or probably 1.
Alright.
So now it's, who rolled that?
It was Quentin, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So I'm gonna do it.
it's, is it a scholar?
What?
What is the profession?
Scholar.
So you get 2 dice, and you automatically get 1 success. So we got to get 6 successes.
Ah.
I'm gonna use a provision.
Okay.
So you got
I'm
2.
gonna pay 2 hearts. 1, 2.
Okay.
So
So
we're
at
at 3
3.
successes.
So here we put
We're
3
already
cubes on it,
halfway there to defeating him.
and we have to beat it 3 more. We have to get 3 more successes before we get around. So that's
Alright.
your 1 action.
Okay.
So you get 1 more action.
I'm gonna rest, so I get 2 hearts and 2 provision.
Okay.
Just in case I need to roll again.
Right.
A chance to see you actually probably get another chance.
So 1,
Might be slim.
Yeah.
8.
8. Oh, we lose a prestige. Good thing we had enough,
Yep.
because we would lose our success.
Yep.
Okay,
That's easy to do
so
it. Is it just scholar?
scholar,
Yeah,
so I
put it over
get
here so we can
3.
see
You
it.
have 2 provisions as well.
Yeah, and I have 3 provisions. 1 success. I'm going to use this provision, re-roll these 2. I'm going to use my other provision, re-roll these. And I'm going to use the 2 hearts. So we did it.
Yes, we won!
So that was 3 successes.
We won the game!
So now we read
Yes!
The big
the victory. The dimensional portal stirring suddenly stopped. A blackish fluid drips from the now inert portal. And then there is nothing. You send a report to your superior, and life in the fortress goes on.
Yes, we won!
As you can see, the moderate beginning game is meant to
just introduce you
introduce you to the game.
the mechanics and
Right.
the card drafting and just how everything pretty much runs and flows.
Yeah, so they don't make it impossible to win. We won both games. So they make it to where you can actually win. We haven't played any of the other Chronicles. I imagine they're
Oh,
much harder.
I'm sure.
And there
Yeah.
is a hard version of this Chronicle. So on these assignment cards, am I calling this right? Yeah. There's 3 different, where is it at? Right here. There's 3 different difficulty levels. We were going to try the hard one, but we decided not to since This is the version you're supposed to play when you first play this game. But again, like I said, the replayability on this is very high because there's different assignments, different chronicles. The events are always changing. We didn't get any of the same events or incidents that we read the first time. So
yeah, I thought we were going to get slaughtered from the beginning. Our defense, everything kept going down.
Yeah, we were much luckier. Well, I wasn't on my rolling the last game, but we were luckier in general gaining prestige and things like that.
The finish at the very end, we barely won because I rolled all 3 successes at the end.
Luckily, I had 2 provisions, so that helped. I never really got to use my character ability much because my health was never.
My character ability was helpful. It helped me get all those provisions.
So you could see, if you're playing a 3-player game, I would suggest playing with Selena, Lars, and Gaspard.
Gaspard.
Because they complement each other really well in the things you need to help you win this game.
Especially if you're playing a 3-player.
Yeah.
So we really like this game, and I know it's been really highly rated by other reviewers. And we are giving away a copy of this in our contest that's going on right now.
With huge holiday giveaway.
Yep. So you have the chance to win this for yourself. It just came out. Didn't it just came out?
Yeah.
So they were so generous enough to send us 2 of them, one for our contest and one for us to play. So that's one of the last prizes to be won because we went by value. So I think this game's around $60 to buy.
And you're going to want to win this because especially if you're a family, pretty much this is one of the best family cooperative games you will probably encounter.
Yeah, we really enjoy it. And so we're, I think it's either the last day or next to the last day of our contest. So around December 9th or 10th, you can win this. But definitely you want to start entering now because the entries carry over. So if you enter daily, you'll have a lot of entries by the time we draw for this. So we have the link in our description to our contest page. Go check that out. We have 3 contests going on right now, but that one is our huge holiday giveaway that we had a lot of great sponsors send us the game to send out, or they're sending it directly to the winner. We bought games, we had gift cards, so there's over $800 in prizes. So we're really excited to be able to do that. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and we hope you click that bell so you can see all of our content. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye!